So, Little Flower from Houston, Texas, coming at you from the great state of Washington. Today, right now, my topic at this time is being a chosen one. So, I didn't know that there was such a thing in the category of chosen anything, chosen one. Come to find out, that is a thing. And when it comes to a chosen one, there's a whole template, a whole walk that is very typical amongst this particular demographic. And as it turns out, there's about 144,000 of us spread throughout the world. However that works. But when I finally realized there was a whole topic on being a chosen one, that opened up a whole new realm of study for me. Because all these innovative brethren have already pioneered the way of establishing a presence on YouTube. And I tell you what, thank you to all my other brethren, chosen ones, who did pave the way with exploring the nature of our demographic with help, love, guidance, and aid. Because as I see it, whenever I go to learn something, I like to find the others that came before me and look for their template, because I'm like, dude, you don't have to reinvent the wheel. My dad used to say, anything you want to learn out in the world, there will be a book on it. You just have to go find it. And that was actually before the internet was a thing. Now it's a thing. Everything is right at the tip of your fingers. So if you are dedicated to your own self-mastery, there's so much for you to dive into for resources. So that's when I've basically figured out I was a chosen one, maybe about a year ago. And one of my favorite chosen one YouTubers is Trend Genius. Trend, what up, brother? I gotta tell you something. Thank you for your videos, man. I am very helped and very elevated and leveled up because you took the time to share. I love you, bro. I love you. But yeah, it hasn't been easy. It turns out one of the templates of being a chosen one is you get everything stripped from you. Ain't that right, Trent? Yeah. Well, when it gets all stripped from you, it kind of leaves you prostrate, prone on the ground. Because they say prayer is the last refuge for the desperate. And in my times of loneliness and dismay, that's whenever I had developed my walk with what I call my spirituality. Excuse me. Food's done. I don't have a microwave yet. I just got this oven over here, but it'll work for now. So the times I've had my social structure stripped from me, that was really rough. But I understand it all now. Now. All of the betrayal, all of the lies, slander, gossip, manipulations, and the such, that really became refinement and training. And one of my favorite virtues is that, get to know me. Don't trust me just because somebody said I'm trustworthy. And don't hate me because somebody said I'm hate-worthy. Be an independent, critical thinker. I would say definitely take into an accountability with everything you take in from your environment. But, take it all with a grain of salt. Otherwise, you only cap yourself in that. But it's all good, because I'd always been steadfast, and time will tell. So, to my other chosen ones, if they relying on you, just stand your course. Let them. You don't have any control over anybody. Why would you want that control? You just have to self-master your own responses. And, that's always an ebb and flow work in progress for us all. But if you're going to get bent out of shape because of some other bloke, whether or not it's merited, even when it's merited, your self-mastery over that brings you to another level of vibratory frequency. Abraham Hicks, as spoken by Esther Hicks, taught it this way. So imagine a pile of topics, and each stick is its own topic. So you got a pile of topics, and when you pick up the stick of that particular topic, or any time you pick up a stick, there's always two opposite ends of polarity, right? And then so the answer you're looking for is not on the problem stick. It's on a different stick of high vibratory frequency. So if you're searching for an answer to a conflict, to contrast, the best thing you can do is to detach, give yourself time to cool down, and then meditate on it. In this search for the answer, you'll be able to see it a lot better than whenever you're frustrated, because the vibratory frequency of frustration will cloud your judgment, and it does not hold the solutions that we search for. So, as spoken by Esther Hicks, Abraham Hicks says that not to push against the problem. If you push back, you won't find the answer. The creativity and the smarts comes in your ability to critical think beyond pushing against the problem. And herein is the way, the template to problem solve for solutions. Because otherwise, I see it as, if somebody's throwing stones at you, even though they're in the glass house and everything, and says, "You're a whore and a liar and a thief," and you go, "No, I'm not. Basically, you're pushing back against it. So whenever you're pushing against a problem or contrast, that contrast problem is on a wave of frequency. So when you're pushing back against it, you're lowering your vibe to push back against it. But if you can detach, you will free yourself from that vibratory low vibe, and then end up rising higher by default. And in the calmness, calmer minds prevail, and you're more apt to finding the solution. And that's been a work in progress for me. But the good news is being able to make strides, to be progressive, and be better than you were the day before. But as it is, being a chosen one, we walk a lonely path. We never really quite fit in. And, but the good news is we got resources out there. So as it is, for me, as it turns out, being a chosen one, I am a double Capricorn with Aquarius placements. Excuse me. That should be concerning to a lot of you low vibing, lost children. Not only that, I am AB negative in my blood type. That should be concerning for everybody. low vibing, actually. 'Cause guess what? You guys ever hear about the Shroud of Turin? Y'all can look it up. They tested the blood on that. It's AB negative. Coincidence. Yes, I'm sure of it. But nonetheless, my Filipino heritage, my descendancy, I am a granddaughter of King Lapu-Lapu. It's just good to say that. Y'all can look him up. But it's the truth. Alright. Being a chosen one. That's what I am. Little Flower is a chosen one. Whatever that means. That's who I am, though. Anyhow, bye for now.